It's Monday, October 28th, and this is the Three Nerds in a Basement podcast. I'm Vince.
I'm Blaven.
I'm Anthony.
And this is the Geek Chic Culture Show where we talk about all the cool things in the world. On this week's episode, we are reviewing the brand new Pokemon 3DS video game X and Y. Then, in the second half of the show, we'll be talking about the latest Marvel movie news, Apple's fall event, and candy. So let's jump into it. Pokemon X and Y. This is the 6th generation of Pokemon, if I'm correct. 6. Almost 20 years after the original Red and Blue. Or Red and Green.
20 years?
I believe so, yeah. 1996? So it's almost 20 years.
Old.
Man.
Well, the game didn't come to North America until like 98, but Pokemon first started in 95. So, yeah. It's, and it is, it's probably the first new game since the original, apart from just minor iterations.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I would say that this is the first time Nintendo's gone back and rethought a lot of things.
Okay.
Yeah, it isn't just like it's more than just a graphical update.
Yeah, it's more than just...
Here's the last game with new bells and whistles.
Yeah, this feels like it's, we've gone back to the drawing board and redone everything.
Right.
And, despite being on the 3DS, there is no 3D functionality in this game.
Nope.
You can put it on in battles, but that just drops frame rate to like
Battles.
10 frames. And some big features include a lot of their online functionality.
Yep.
Um,
Running diagonally.
running diagonally.
Fuck!
Running diagonally.
So crazy.
TMs that don't get deleted.
They don't
and use them.
expire.
I think that was from Black and White too.
Still.
You get not quite completely accurate EV stats, but enough of a good representation to know what you're doing.
Yep.
And you can even reset them if you choose. There's even a sort of faux Tamagotchi built-in scenario for your Pokemon.
Yep.
And my favorite feature, you can customize the avatar.
Your
The
dude.
avatar.
Your dude slash
dude.
lady.
Oh,
Your dude.
cool.
You can dress them up and do whatever you want. So there you go, Pokemon X and Y. Now, me and Anthony have bought the game. Blaven, you experienced some of it, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I watched people play it and I played a little bit of it. So
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So Anthony, why don't you start with your opinions on Pokemon? Which one did you buy?
I bought X.
Pokemon X.
So yeah, no. At the top of this, we did mention how it is pretty much feels like a new game.
Mm-hmm.
And that on top of that, I skipped Black and White and Black and White 2. I feel that's what I needed to get back into a Pokemon game. Because I've always loved Pokemon games.
Yes.
Because it's just that collection, that adventure.
Yeah.
Getting along with your Pokemon as friends and becoming the very best like no one ever was. And yeah, having that break really did a lot for me because going into it, nothing felt tired. Like I wasn't like, oh, I'm doing this again. I'm going to go through the 8 trainers again.
Mm-hmm.
And all that stuff. And it was really fun. Plus with the new 3D, I guess, all the new 3D graphics and stuff, it's not a top-down 2D game anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It really adds a lot more than you think it would. It allows them to be a lot more flashier when it comes to epic moments and stuff. Like, and when you're facing the whatever villain, like some moments in that storyline get insane. Even with the Elite Four, like all the Elite Four stages are actually really detailed and really awesome. Just to experience, like just to be in that room is super cool.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. And that also goes over to Pokemon too, because now Pokemon are re-rendered in 3D. And a lot of them also look really good. Like their idle animations and stuff like that, and just like little things here and there that really make the game great. I really like that it's not just strictly new Pokemon. They've sprinkled in new and old Pokemon from like all the generations into this game.
When have they not done that?
Like I don't know. I felt like in like the ones after, was it Ruby and Sapphire? Like I didn't really see any Gen 1 stuff.
Diamond and Pearl?
Yeah.
I would say it's always sprinkled around. Like, you couldn't get everything, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I guess...
Like, I feel like I've seen Oddish in every game.
It feels like... yeah. It feels like there's more, though. Like, there's... It's just because there's so many now. Yeah. It just feels like there's... Like, having those numbers complements the game, and because it's like, oh, I like this Pokemon from these generations, and because they've included all the generations at once, I guess it feels more varied to me.
Yes.
And stuff like that. The addition of the mini games and the EV trainings and super trainings are really fun. I've also, do you guys do the Harvest Moon berry farm?
I planted. I never went back.
Oh, they're probably dead.
Oh, they die.
They can die because like if you don't check in while they're growing, like the soil can become dry and then they'll die out, or like weeds and wild Pokemon can ruin your plants and stuff. Yeah, and it's kind of nuts. It's really fun though. It's cool, and it's you always get like a big profit on berries. It's like I plant 1, I get 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like everything about this game is Pokemon that I've loved for years, but improved on in such significant ways that it made me want to, like, just. I'm still continuing to play it even after the Elite Four. Usually, when after Gen 2, like I'd beat the Elite Four, I'd check out the story, and then do like whatever. Like I catch a Scyther. That's always like what I want.
Yeah.
But then I'd be done with it. Then after that, but this game, it makes me want to. I don't know, for some reason it just makes me want to try and make my awesome dream team of dudes.
You mean like competitive, like EV?
Yeah, because like I was just like, yo, go fight 1,000 Tentacruels, please. And it's like, no, I'm not gonna fight 1,000 Tentacruels.
Yeah.
But now that they've made it like somewhat easier, and there's still like some grinding in it, and just stuff like that, like it makes me want to make this like my dream team of just super defensive heavy dudes.
You guys are terrible.
Yeah.
You don't know how close I got to my Pokemon fighting 100,000 Tentacruels. Guys.
But yeah, so the game's fantastic. Like, I don't even know if I have any problems with it.
I was just about to ask, like, is there anything you want done better? Any addition that you feel is missing?
More clothes, man. Not enough clothes.
Yeah.
It's very limited.
Yeah.
Avatar customization.
Yeah, I feel like they could. Of course, I feel like they could do that with the updates.
Yeah.
But
so DLC clothes.
Yeah,
pay $5.
I'd be in. I don't know if I pay $5
to get a clothes pack.
If it were like mystery gift, I meant.
Oh, okay.
Mystery gift.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. Like, it's just fantastic for not only just a Pokemon game, but just a game in general. So yeah, I really like it.
Cool. So, Blaven, what's your minimal experience with Pokemon X? Is that what you had? Why did you do?
No, why?
Why?
So, the last Pokemon I played was Heart Gold and Soul Silver from Nintendo DS.
Yes.
And I enjoyed those, and it was the first time that I ever EV trained my Pokemon, and it was quite a grind, but I really enjoyed the payoff at the end of it. I'm glad to see that in this iteration, they made that easier. Now, I'm one of those people who, as Vince always said, I like min-maxing stuff.
Yeah.
So the fact that makes more accessible really tickles my fancy. Another thing that I like is little details. So the fact that before you fight every trainer, it has a little cut-in of the trainer. And you know how much I love cut-ins from Super Roll Wars.
Yeah.
So that made me giggle a little bit.
Yeah.
Another thing as well is that you can access a lot of your online features from your bottom screen.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go to the Poké Center to need to trade with a friend just in case you're in a dungeon or something.
Yeah.
So you don't need to worry about that.
There's also a trick you can use to fully heal your team.
What?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Like, say if you're at the Elite Four and all your Pokemon are dead, just challenge me online.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you win or lose. After the battle, you have fully restored party.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to look at the Street Pass features or anything like that.
Yeah, neither did I.
But this game seems to have a lot more going for it than just a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mini games, a lot of different things that you can do that I guess really feeds into giving it some replay value. Because, I mean, if you're just a person who is casual and likes to play around in the world, just here for you. And if you're a person who's competitive, there's also something for you right here. Another thing that I liked about it is basically the 3D modeling and whatever of all the Pokemon and whatnot. They look pretty cool.
Yeah.
The thing I'm not a fan of, or not really warming up to yet, I guess, is the Mega Evolutions.
Yes.
They look cool, but I really hope that... I don't really watch Pokemon meta anyway.
Yeah.
But I hope that doesn't dominate the scene. Because, I mean, there's only a choice few that have Mega Evolutions, right?
Yes.
And if you're starting to see them in all teams, you know what I mean? I mean, the meta right now is very young. So, in the battling scene, if somebody finds out that one Mega Evolution is better than the rest, then that's going to be on every team.
It's true.
Yeah, but I mean that's not really a big issue for most people. I don't really watch that kind of stuff. But I mean, nobody likes imbalance in the game, right? But I do think that it's a really cool addition. It's a really cool way to make your Pokemon in a different, see them in a different light, and everybody likes powering up. So
yeah,
I think it's cool. It's cool.
It's definitely cool.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. I don't know if it's the best mechanic.
Yeah,
but it's definitely cool. Yeah, that's been my experience with it. I like also how they made it very accessible in the beginning. All the items that are subtly things that you wish you had earlier, such as experience share.
Yeah.
The bicycle, I think, was pretty early as well.
It was. But you also got the rollerblades very early.
Exactly. Something like that to speed up your movement speed. All those things in other Pokemon games you waited quite a while for. And in here, they just give it to you.
Yeah.
And they realize that, hey, we know what you need. We know what you want. Here you go.
Right.
And also, I mean, the fact that they give you the little surprises with the starters is pretty awesome.
The surprise starter,
that makes it pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think this is a game worth picking up if you want to jump back into Pokemon, because I think that right now this is the most popular iteration I've seen.
Yeah.
Since forever, in a while now. The card shop I go to, everybody has it. If they're not playing, if they're not playing Magic, if they're not playing,
or if they're like waiting,
they're waiting. They're playing Pokemon.
That's crazy. You know, I read an article saying that Pokemon might outsell GTA 5.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
As far as it hasn't already, I mean, there's a wider net there, isn't there?
There is, but you have to remember, Grand Theft Auto sells at a higher price.
Oh, you mean money-wise?
Yeah. It doesn't matter how many copies are sold. What matters is how much is made. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. But yeah, this looks like quite a game.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with everything you guys have said so far. This Pokemon game is fantastic, especially if you're a longtime fan or someone who got in at the beginning, but for some reason, more or less, you stepped out. This is a great way to come back in. As Blaven mentioned, the surprise starter is probably my favorite thing at the very beginning of that game.
Yeah, it just makes you excited.
Yeah, because you're kind of like, with every new Pokemon game, you're always like,
do I care?
Do I care about these new starters?
Yeah.
Do I care about starters? Do I care about the new?
No. See that it pulls you the nostalgia factor.
Yeah,
and it just gets you.
Yeah, but then now that they give you because every time you play, you're like, yeah, they're cool, but are they cool with Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle? No, they're not.
Are the coolest Typhlosion?
It's like Typhlosion's not that cool.
Typhlosion's pretty cool.
We'll just let you go on that one.
I forgot to ask. Who'd you guys start with?
I started with Chespin.
I'd start with Froakie if I did.
Yeah, and I went with the Firefox Fennekin.
Oh, hey, well, different.
I'm surprised we went all different on that one. But
yeah.
There you go. But so like the surprise star is cool. One of the things I've always kind of disliked about past Pokemon games is the first 6 Pokemon that I picked at the beginning of the game, like the first 6 that I caught and trained, I kind of would stick with them throughout the game, just because I had no incentive to train up another one. Even if I thought he was cool, there was no reason for me to train him up like 50 levels. But the experience share really changes that for me. It really changes it for me.
And like, I forgot to mention that too. Like, how I play Pokemon is my starter is the only Pokemon that exists. It might as well be.
Oh my god!
Oh, you're terrible.
And I take my one starter, and it's like, I'll beat the Elite Four plus Champion with my starter only. Right? I'm that guy. But then it's like, with the XP share, it makes it so easy to level up your other dudes.
Yeah.
And then also, the game levels up in a rate where it's like, as if your starter was the only one getting experience.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, there's always, like, these big level gaps when it comes to gym leaders.
Yeah.
And then all the way to the Elite Four. So it's really cool that they took that into consideration.
Yeah, like, I love the experience share. Like, I really can't play up my whole Dragon fantasy, because, like, Dragon Pokemon are the worst to train because they evolve at, like, level 50 and up. But it's like, hey, now I can have all the ones I want. And that's fun. I haven't beaten the game yet. I'm still on my way to the 8th badge.
Okay.
I do like all the little additions they've put in. Like,
it's the little things.
Like, I'm going around doing the restaurant battles, where you sit down at a restaurant and you take your order and whatever. Like, I'm having tons of fun with that. Blowing all my cash at the fashion shops, buying new clothes. And something that I really, really liked is that this Pokemon's world is based around France. And I really enjoy, like, European culture and stuff, so, like, I really like seeing those little things, even if they are, like, borderline racist plays against the French. I think it's
stereotypes.
I think it's a little charming every now and then. Like the artist, the paint. Like there's one room where there's just people painting.
Yeah, and it's just
on the riverside.
Yeah, on the riverside. Yeah,
and they're like really obnoxious.
And then if they happen to look over at the scene and then they see you in front of it, they'll battle you.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, hey." Yeah,
so we got to battle. It's a law.
I really like that. EV training and the Pokemon Tamagotchi thing. I like that too. But the only thing for me that I would want more of is a more grown up story. I realize this game is based around for kids, but
so like, do you want? Like, the always thing I hear is usually when people say grown up, they usually mean darker.
No,
you just want more grown up.
Or maybe not so much grown up, just a little more mature, like something based towards a teenager and not an 8-year-old.
Oh, a teenager?
Yeah.
Have you played the Pokemon, the 3D ones for the GameCube? The EX.
Those aren't
games,
very good.
Where it's like Team Rocket steals Pokemon.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I want grown up. Maybe not that. Yeah.
Those are really good.
Yeah.
So
and those are more teenage type story.
Yeah. So are you talking more like? Let's see here. 23-year-old doesn't really know what he wants to do. Doesn't want to go to college. Picks up a Pokeball, starts catching Pokemon.
Sure.
His way.
Sure.
See that?
Sure.
See that right there?
It's the same storyline, but it's 23-year-old.
No, but it doesn't. Okay, he doesn't necessarily have to be an adult. He could be a kid. He could be a teenager. I just want a more. I just don't want such a simple plot. I don't want it to be so see-through. Like, all right. I want
you don't want it to just be 8 gyms and there's an evil organization and then this and then this.
I kind of want to know why are kids suddenly allowed to just fucking ditch home at 11 to go travel the world.
Why not? Sounds awesome.
You know, like it's cool and all, but
it's a world I want to live in.
I'd like a little more context with that. I'd like a little more motivation from my character, and it's kind of sad too because the beginning sets you up with this party of friends that you think is going to be like the coolest adventure ever, but they all go
off and do their own thing.
They're all just like empty stereotypes. Yeah, and it's just
we stare at you.
Yeah, like. But hey, I mean, and to be fair, the story has its moments. You know, there's a Lucario event that I think was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
Like, and the how you get the legendaries in this one is pretty cool, I think. But Pokemon I think is great. The online functionality is really cool too. But I think the thing for me that would set it off is if it was like a halfway step to MMO where I could see like people on my friends list roaming around in the same world.
That'd be cool.
I know that probably will never happen, but
you'll never happen.
But one day, you never know.
I like the idea of the O powers, the ones where you can give boosts to your friends and stuff.
Yeah, only to other people.
But the thing is like it takes too long to do. It's like I gotta go here and then the menu and then this and then pick a dude and then after I pick your guy and I have points left over still, it just boots out back to the main screen and you gotta do that all over again.
Yeah, I will agree. Some of the interface is a little clunky, and then to a further extent, a lot of the game still carries over a lot of traditional things. Mm. Like, we've been saying how much this game looks great, but I swear to God, all the sounds are the same, right?
All the sounds are the same. Like, a lot of the original 150 are still from Red and Blue and stuff.
Yeah, and, like, even the save chime is the same, and it's like... Like, we couldn't have updated that stuff as well.
No. It's classic.
But yeah, I'm very curious to see what it's like post game because I mean I haven't like right now I'm still into the whole I actually do want to collect them all, but I want to see what other things will open up for me. Like I've heard great things about the Friend Safari Zone.
Friend Safari is fantastic.
Or just other things you can do only in post game. So I'm curious to see how much is there for me, and I'm also curious to see if Nintendo does anything through either Mystery Gift or their live events on the main page to add life to the game or like add more content to it.
They did last time, but it was mostly with legendaries. So it's like here's a Darkrai event, here's a Shaman event, and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I heard, but I mean, it could be maybe a little bit more. I'm not too sure.
The Shaman event was crazy. Yeah. It just added a whole new island to the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but no, I'm having tons of fun with this game. Probably one of the best games of the year so far for myself.
Nice.
What I didn't realize, did you guys know that competitive battling for the video game is done on 2-on-2s?
It is?
Yep. So you have a team of 6. This is the easiest way to explain it. You have a team of 6, you pick your first 4. Let's say it's your 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And you battle with those 4. In between rounds, you can switch out the 1, 2, 3, 4 with 5 or 6. So in battle, you have only the 4. Yeah. And you can only switch between 1, 2, 3, 4. If in the next round you realize that one of your, like, number 3 is bad, you have to switch them out with your 5.
So
or
sort of
something.
like
so
side
5 and
decks?
6 are a side deck.
Yeah, they're side decks. So then you'll have your 1, 2, 4, and 5.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Sorry, does that make sense?
Yeah. That's weird though.
I didn't know that.
I thought
Did
it'd
you
just
know
be 6
that?
on 6.
So it's some pretty cool stuff. For example, this one Machamp had Wide Guard and he protected both of them from Earthquake and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Oh,
That's
right,
sick.
because it's 2-on-2. You said,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's cool. It's cool.
That is pretty cool. One more thing I want to do is more about the Pokemon types, and that is, do you guys find that in this one, almost all of them are dual type?
Yeah,
There's a lot of
Like, I'm struggling to find just
pure ones.
usually
It's been a
normal
while.
are just mono.
yeah. I think like the only thing that I have that's mono is my Squirtle or my Blastoise, and that's it.
Squirt.
Yeah, water, fire. All the original starters are mono.
Yeah, that's it. I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think I don't know.
I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah.
Dual typing gets weird though.
Yeah.
It's like I'm either weak to everything or I'm strong against everything.
Yeah. What I will say is, being a dragon trainer, the new fairy type fucks my shit.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like,
No kidding. Dude.
if you ever meet me online and challenge me to battle, just bring a fairy. I won't be able to do anything.
That's like mine. Just for me, I'm all fighting. Just bring a bird. Just bring flying.
You guys
and
are
I'm good.
crazy.
Yeah.
Don't even cover your weaknesses.
What's a
No,
weakness?
I mean, like, cause I like having all the cool ones, and I'm like, oh, my favorite one in this game is Tyrant.
Tyrantrum?
He's
Yeah.
the new fossil type,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, you're
He's like-
so cool.
He looks like the dinosaur from friggin'
Like a T-Rex with a beard.
the
If you-
Samba Rangers.
Yes, that's exactly what I was gonna say. If you're watching Kyoryuger, he's exactly Kyoryu Red's T-Rex,
He is too.
and I'm just like, you're fucking cool, man. Why are you rock dragon? I wish you were just like dragon,
I
but
thought he was like dragon ground. Or I thought he was rock ground.
no, he's rock dragon.
Oh shit.
There you go. But yeah, no, Pokemon X and Y, fantastic. Any closing thoughts for you guys? And then your numbers.
Online trades. People don't know how to online trade.
Well, wait, online trade, or do you mean like
The
Wonder
GTS.
Trade?
The GTS. The trading system. Hey man, let me trade you my sweet Bidoof. I need a fucking Mew. It's like, god damn it! It's like every trade. It's so hard to find a legit trade.
Hmm.
Like this, the only one I found was like this guy wanted a Krabby for a Scyther, and I'm like, okay, no problem.
Wow.
And that's fair to you, huh?
Yeah, because I can get it in Friend Safari.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I got unlimited Krabbies.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. So, what would you rate it then?
I give it a 5. I think this is like my favorite Pokemon game since the originals. So
I gave it a 5. Even by looking at it and
Yeah.
only playing it a little bit, it is
Yeah.
quite the Pokemon game.
Yeah. 5's all around. Like, I went into this one thinking, yeah, it's probably gonna be another Pokemon game, with surface level upgrades.
Yeah.
But like playing it, there's a lot more. I don't know what it is, but there's something here that just makes you want to catch them all. Yeah. And then for funsies, I went and looked up what Pokemon Red and Blue look like. Man, those games look like shit.
I can let you borrow them. I got a Game Boy Color.
No, I do too. I got red. I mean, no, I got blue, but man, that game looks like
I
garbage.
can't find my yellow.
Yeah.
Did you play in the secret colors in Red and Blue? When the Game Boy started up and you
Yeah.
could press the directional buttons?
Yeah, I always played inverted.
Same.
But then someone told me that's if you're handicapped and colorblind, so I stopped doing it.
What?
Yeah.
Lame.
Yeah.
Inverted colors?
Yeah. That's
That's
for
crazy.
like high contrast for the colorblind. Yeah.
You guys are hilarious.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Pokemon X and Y.
Mhm.
If you haven't bought it, what are you doing? Go play it.
Honestly.
Yeah. Picks of the week.
Hmm.
So, Blaven, do you want to start this one off?
Yeah, so my pick of the week is...
I know you're excited for this one.
Oh, it's Captain America.
Who is your favorite?
He is the only Avenger.
Okay.
Captain
Wow.
America.
Wow.
Sorry, this is called Chris Evans, the movie.
Chris Evans too.
The Winter Chris Evans. So this is Captain America, the Winter Soldier. And I assume it tells the story that Bucky comes back and is the Winter Soldier
Yeah.
and fights against Cap. Now, the trailer was released, and I watched it within half an hour of it being released.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
You know what? To be fair, so did I. When I saw my Twitter feed light up, I'm like, okay, I gotta see this.
yeah, so it shows him wearing the Super Soldier outfit,
Yeah.
which he looks really good in.
Yeah.
And him base jumping off planes, throwing his shield around.
Uh-huh.
And what was really cool is that at the end of the trailer, he throws the shield at Bucky, and Bucky catches it with his bionic arm.
You mean he throws it at the Winter Soldier?
Winter Soldier.
Bionic arm.
And then he catches it with his bionic arm.
Yeah.
And God gave me man chills.
I am surprised at the way they did Bucky. Like, I'm surprised they did not try to deviate too far from...
No, he looks exactly like he does in the comics.
Like, I'm surprised...
He is not good looking. Yeah. He is not...
It's not the dude from the last movie?
No, it is. But
it is.
Oh, okay.
But he has the long, unkempt hair. He has the Russian star on his shoulder.
Yeah.
He has the face mask.
Yeah.
Wow.
And his most important feature...
The bionic arm.
Yeah. So
he literally has the Colossus arm.
I didn't think they were going to do the bionic arm just because I thought that'd be a little too
crazy.
Yeah, for mainstream, but they went and did it.
And there he is, right?
Hearing that makes me excited for Avengers 2. Because if they're going that crazy and
Dude,
comic accurate with Captain America,
yeah,
what are they going to do for Avengers?
Because I'm really happy that they finally realized, oh my god, why don't we just do it? People love our source material anyway.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. This shit's good.
So yeah, no, it looks really, really good. I definitely recommend you guys check it out. Scarlett Johansson looks whatever in this movie. I mean, it'd be best if he was cast as Chris Evans. And I mean, who else is there? No, Bucky could have been Chris Evans too. I mean, it would just be an overall thing, but I can't complain too much because Chris Evans is still going to be Cap. So even the Shield could have been Chris Evans.
So who do you think is going to be a big bad?
Chris Evans' face on the
Who do you think is going to be a big bad in this movie?
It's not. Oh, I see what you mean. Who actually is really behind?
We know that he's not going to be.
Yeah.
He'll be the villain to the halfway point.
I'm sure it's going to be the Red Skull still or something.
You think they're going to bring?
Yeah.
Red Skull's daughter.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. But I think it's going to be the Red Skull again.
Yeah. So the thing with this trailer is like the Thor trailer came out like a month ago, right?
Yeah.
And I watched that and I got excited, but I got really excited for Captain America when I saw this.
Ooh.
Right?
And like the thing is like. You guys remember? I didn't think the first I thought it was an okay movie. But it was definitely my least favorite, apart from the Hulk. But I'm really excited for this movie, and I think the thing that Captain America has going for it is that it's half a Shield movie.
Yeah.
Like it isn't because I think if it was just Captain America again, I don't think that many people would be too impressed.
Yeah.
And the fact that they have, Nick Fury and Black Widow in here. I think that elevates it more, and it's almost like getting a 2-for-1, basically, right?
2-for-1,
right?
Yeah. So
what I'm really curious though is, and I guess more so to Thor that's coming out next week is how are they going to, or not how, but if they're going to integrate the ongoing Shield show to reflect on the movies that are coming out at the same time, because I think that would be pretty cool too. But yeah. No, this trailer looks good. This movie looks good.
Yeah, I can't wait.
This is April?
I think so.
February?
Oh, man.
I'm not too sure when it comes out.
Like, imagine if he was all the Avengers.
Oh, God.
Shut up.
He's not quick-witted enough to be Tony.
He's good-looking enough.
Tony's not good-looking.
Who's not?
So why would you want a good-looking Iron Man?
Because
there'd be no point in him wearing the mask.
He would also be Black Widow. Everyone.
Yeah, he's definitely got the chest.
He would be. He would be Thanos. He'd be battling himself. He'd be every Shield agent in the helicarrier.
God damn it! Oh, this is the trailer with the helicarrier coming down, right?
Yeah, what's the deal? I thought they already had the helicarrier.
Yeah,
did they?
Yeah, I think it's getting destroyed
again. Wait, this is the new one, right? They built.
No, it didn't get destroyed in Avengers.
Did it?
No, one engine just blew up.
Yeah, so
and then they just kind of like floated away.
So what is this one that they're building? Is it like a more weaponized version?
More stealth.
For sword. I don't know. It's version 2.
It'll tie into the Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Yeah. I am okay with the Guardians of the Galaxy. I am positive the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. cast will make it to that movie.
Yeah?
Like, they will be in that movie. I am positive. Season will be wrapped. What's going to happen in between seasons 1 and 2? Guardians of the Galaxy. And they're going to be there with the Avengers.
Yeah.
I'm calling it now.
Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah.
Nova.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to say about Captain America?
Did all of you watch the trailer?
No.
I did.
Okay.
I watched it like 5 times.
Yeah.
It was a good trailer.
Same, it was a good trailer.
I like how his shield's a little faded and scratched.
Oh, and he always has it on him.
Yeah.
No matter what he's doing. At the bar.
Yeah, why does he have a shield at the bar? Like, what's going on?
Oh, he did have it at the bar.
Yeah. Why does he have it? Because it's not like he just came from saving.
He looks like a Ninja Turtle all the time.
Yeah, like why is it on him all the time?
Oh, but his
awesome.
Like I get it, he's Captain America, but
his V body.
You have to tell everybody you got.
Hot.
I kind of want to buy his super.
I feel really sad for him though.
Why?
His barbershop quartet died.
What?
His barbershop quartet's dead.
Oh, from the first movie. Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
What a shame.
What a shame.
Whatever.
Why would you leave Chrissy alone like that?
Didn't he leave them alone?
Yeah, man.
They should have enlisted.
It's funny.
I like barbershop quartet orders.
Yeah. The other trailer that's coming out this week actually comes out tomorrow. Today's Monday. Is the Days of Future Past trailer.
I heard.
And so my first pick is the 6-second teaser on Instagram.
6 seconds.
Which I think is, man, social networking has gotten out of control.
It's too much.
Studios have been putting up 6-second teasers of their trailers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. I'm watching a teaser for a trailer. Anyways, this teaser looks kind of awesome.
After all that social media, it works.
So you know that First Class movie that we thought was really good?
Yeah, it was really good.
So it's like that, plus the old cast.
Plus time travel?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, but...
I just watched it just now.
Storm, of course,
it took so much time.
And there's no dialogue, so you don't even need audio, so... Anyway, Storm has like a haircut.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mystique's in it.
Yeah, I think both Mystiques are in it.
Yeah. It's hot. J-Law!
Yeah. So...
J-Law.
The only thing I want to mention about this trailer is not so much more about what's in it, but rather what they're trying to do. Because despite X-Men being a Marvel thing and, these Marvel movies are coming out, X-Men is a Fox property. And they're going head-to-head with Marvel Studios. And I think it's kind of hilarious that they're positioning their trailers just after the other, like Captain America comes out to sort of steal the hype.
Right.
Or tag along with their hype because they're all the same thing. Meanwhile, they're different companies. And I take it that their Days of Future Past is going to be their sort of Avengers. And I think that's where they're positioning it as. I don't know if it'll deliver on that level, but I think it's I think it's kind of interesting to look at the movie studios that way, but I don't know. That's just me. I just think it's kind of funny.
The end of the new X-Men's movie, or the new Wolverine movie?
Yes.
That ending part had to do with Days of Future Past, right?
Yes.
Where he stopped time.
Yeah. If the entire movie is that level of wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, I think we're in for something amazing. But either way, all these cool movies are coming out.
Yep.
As for my second pick of the week, as we all know, it was Apple's second fall event.
I didn't know that.
It was Apple's second fall event. Their first one, they always reveal the iPhone. So their first event is always the second week of September, in which they reveal the iPhone and the iPods. They had their other one, which is more of a Mac-based one, their computer one. And by computers, I mean iPads. So they finally redesigned the original iPad, called the iPad Air. It looks like the iPad Mini, but it's bigger. They also said, hey, iPad Mini, we're going to give you a Retina display. Oh, but by the way, you're also going to be $100 more expensive now.
Yay.
So there you go.
Sounds good.
Have fun with that. So the iPads look cool. They're expensive, but they look cool. Now, the question, though, a lot of people wonder is why they call it the iPad Air. And the only thing I could find is because eventually they're going to release something called the iPad Pro with a keyboard. I guess that they would use to position it against the Microsoft Surface stuff. Have you guys seen those?
Yep.
They're like tablets with the cover keyboard things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, those ones. Okay.
It's weird that I've seen this, but yeah.
Yes. So, hey, I mean that's something. The thing that I want to highlight on is they also unveiled their new OS 10 Mavericks.
Oh, Mavericks.
They have some interesting features. What's up?
Did you know Maverick is also the name of a legacy deck in Magic? Carry on.
Oh, okay. I'm kind of glad it was about Magic. I thought you were going to somehow bring Chris Evans back into it, but...
I thought it was going to be Mega Man.
Oh, and the guy who did make the deck, who brewed the deck was Chris Evans.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Interesting.
He's Pro Tour.
So OS 10 Mavericks, the brand new OS for Mac systems. It has stuff. It has... I think one of the biggest highlights I saw was like, yeah, we have tabbed finders.
Fuck!
For you Windows folks, that means tabbed windows. Shit. The big deal with this OS is that it's completely free.
Ooh.
And that's kind of that's I guess a blow to Microsoft, who still seems to be charging 3 digits and upwards for their Windows platforms. And I wonder if this will sort of shake up Microsoft. Maybe they'll lower their price. Maybe they'll try something similar.
No.
Maybe they'll feel out the market. But it's cool. Other things that showed off were new MacBook Pros, which technically they didn't show anything off. They just killed off 2 lines. That's really it.
It's crazy to get the top end to get a dedicated video card.
Yeah. So okay.
Is that how it is?
No. The reason you
I
bought
thought so.
the reason you bought a 15 inches because you wanted a dedicated card.
Oh, okay.
But now, like, if you get the low end 15, you don't get a dedicated card. So you have to pay $2,500 at least
Shit.
to get yourself a
dedicated
card.
graphics
Damn
card.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts.
And I'll tell you why in a second why this is really important. So with the MacBook Pro line, in fact, we are recording off a MacBook Pro. Or no, we're not.
What?
Actually, yes, we are.
Well, now they're pro.
Technically, yes, we are.
Mine
it's-
just doesn't have the label.
Yeah. Basically, it is the silver aluminum body with the black bezel.
Yeah.
They do this for the 13 and the 15 inch. They also had a step up version of each 13 and 15 where they called it the MacBook Pro with Retina display.
Okay.
So basically, it just meant each one of these computers now removes the optical drive. We make it about a centimeter thinner in profile, and the resolution jumps to like 3,000 by something for the screen, for the 13 and 15 inch screen. So what they did was they just kept those 2 retina lines and they killed off the lower end ones.
Wow.
Okay, and then they positioned that as brand new MacBook Pros.
Oh wow.
Okay, so the only problem is that with Retina display MacBooks is you need to get that high resolution. You're gonna need something to power it, and they're still running integrated graphics chipsets on all of them except the top end 15 Pro.
Terrible.
Which is, I don't know, like, what the point is, though. Like, why would you want that high-end screen if you don't have the hardware to run it? And then, I'm sure they do have the hardware to run it, but I don't think you can do anything else.
I don't know. I think they're just counting on those people who recently are like, Macs are the best. Oh my god.
Maybe. Like,
And
yeah, I don't know. The thing that I find curious is they didn't update the Air to have a Retina display, their MacBook Air.
Oh.
And
does the Air tablet have anything to do with MacBook Air at all? Like, is it thinner?
no, it's just a rename. It's a redesign, and yes, it's thinner.
What is it, like MacBook Air thin?
The iPad's always been thinner than the Air.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But now it's just even thinner.
Oh wow.
And like before, the iPad had like a thick bezel, like the one on this MacBook.
Yeah.
But now it's like really tiny, like the ones on your phone.
Until I can fold it, then
Why would you want to fold your tablet?
put it in my pocket.
Buy a MacBook Air.
Put it in my pocket.
You want to roll
Fold
it or something?
No, I like roll it into like a tiny square and put it in my back pocket.
Okay.
Live in the future.
I'm all for
It's
that.
like the
future.
Jetsons opening when they have the foldable TV.
I'm all for that future. Anyways, nothing was very surprising at this Apple event, and yet everybody wants to buy everything.
You gonna buy a MacBook Pro with a dedicated card?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
No.
Think about it.
No.
Okay.
Got mine on pre-orders.
Oh, do you? Do you?
Got this.
He's on Amazon just while you're talking
He's
about
got this.
You mean Apple.ca?
it. Sure, whatever.
Ooh.
Whatever website you want to use.
Well, you can only buy them off Apple.
What? Really?
Yeah. Like, you go to Future Shop and stuff, but you end up paying a little bit more because... Or Best Buy, because they have their customized versions.
I thought they sold Macs everywhere.
Not on Amazon.
That'll be the day.
Yeah, that will be the day. That will be the day. Like, you can't even buy Nintendo products on Amazon.
What?
You
You
can't...
can't buy Wii games and shit?
You can buy Wii games, you can't buy, like, a Wii.
Oh,
Or a DS there, or 3DS.
Okay.
Which is weird.
Interesting. I thought you would.
Yeah, like, you could buy, like, Xbox,
Like, I've never-
PlayStations, Vitas.
Yeah, I've never looked for it, but
Yeah,
I
me
guess,
neither.
yeah.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Probably where I go first.
Actually, I did hear, though, that, like, they are starting to be able to sell them, but, yeah, for some reason, I think, like, Nintendo and Amazon have, like,
Rivalry.
they got beef.
You got beef.
So...
Yo, it's like East Coast rap beef.
So they're like, hey, we're not selling your shit.
You came up to my hood trying to sell my shit? I don't think so. Then Reggie popped a cap in whoever owns
Yeah.
Amazon. And then they made a rap song about it.
Definitely. But yeah. So sum up. Apple had some stuff. Generally, I want to buy it all, but I won't. So there we go. We're done. Anthony, what's your pick of the week?
My pick of the week is a video game.
Yeah, I saw this.
So I've talked about browser games before.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah,
You've
this
disappointed us
is a
before.
sequel to a browser game. It's called Candy Box 2.
God,
You can find it on candybox2.net.
damn it.
And I've talked about it before. It's an ASCII game where you collect candies and you buy stuff with them.
For context, what's ASCII?
It's like the fucking lines and shit on computers,
Mm.
and then it makes images and stuff.
Yes.
So it's all made in ASCII, but the thing is like you get these candies, and it starts off with just a page that says it's with a candy counter that goes up a candy each second, and there's a button that says eat all the candies. And that's the only thing that is available from the start. But if you wait a bit and let the candies pile up, you unlock certain things. You unlock the options to buy things. You unlock a status bar. And eventually you unlock the game after enough candies.
So if I visit this, should I just like go to the website before I go to bed and then wake up and play?
No, all that stuff that you unlock before the game costs like 2 candies each. So it'll happen really fast. It's just a little thing to get you to try and be patient, I guess.
Okay.
Instead of just eating all the
It's
candies.
like the tutorial.
Yeah, kinda. And so in the old game, what it was is that you would take these candies and then buy things like a sword and potions.
For what?
And then go on adventures! ASCII adventures! And like kill monsters that were made of candy, and then
Oh my god.
and like I fought a candy Chuck Norris at one point. It's awesome.
So this game's already out.
Huh? Yeah, it's on the browser. It's for free. You can try it out.
When did it?
Like a couple days ago. But
It's not mobile yet.
no, it's not. Well, you can play it in your browser on your phone,
It's not
so it's
yet.
technically mobile. But yeah, so in this one they've made it more robust. So they have like an ASCII town now, which is your hub, and you can go into other people's houses, Zelda style.
Zelda style.
Yeah, and then you can get quests from town folks, ASCII town folks.
Yeah.
You can go to the blacksmith, get your sword upgraded. You can go on adventures. But I haven't gotten that too far into it.
Mm.
But I remember, just like Cookie Clicker, like the last time it was just get stuff to get stuff.
Yeah. You explained yourself real well that time.
But it's really fun. It's a really good game, and they usually have really interesting fights.
Fights.
Yeah, so like the fights are automated mostly. It's like your guy runs into the other guy, and then numbers happen based on your equipment and your life and stuff. But like sometimes they switch it up. Like usually it's a set adventure course, but sometimes it's like you got to beat yourself. So you face an enemy that has the exact same stats at you, and you always kill yourselves at the same time. So you got to figure out a way to beat yourself. Or there's
Shadow Link.
Yeah, Shadow Link. Like the Chuck Norris. There's like the Chuck Norris battle in the last one, which was it was just you run into Chuck Norris and he proceeds to roundhouse kick you. So you have to figure out a way to not just instantly die from Chuck Norris's roundhouse kicks, but also kill him.
This game sounds fantastic.
Yeah. So it's just a crazy, fun time killer. So check it out.
Candy box.
Time to kill, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Run in the background.
Jeez.
That sounds like...
No, you see, the way you guys play background games, you make it an active gaming experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like with the tower and everything.
Yeah.
I still say play Frog Fractions over anything I've mentioned, but
It's frog.
Well, to be fair, I haven't played any of these games in like a while.
browser games?
No, these types of games.
Oh, okay.
Like even on my
iPairs?
phone, like I haven't... Nothing.
Then you realize there's things to do in life.
Yeah, pretty much.
What?
Shit.
What's the
Shit.
what's the life?
Anyways, that's your
But
pick?
yeah, that's my pick of the week. It's just fucking crazy.
Okay, let's move on to the second half. I'll open up this segment of this show with my week.
Oh, it's the weeks. I forgot.
Yes.
I
You
didn't
okay?
actually forget.
Bling bling.
Yeah. Okay. So this week I watched The Bling Ring.
Oh god, I love.
Emma Watson.
So this is the movie loosely based off the real events of I forget what they're actually called in real life, but they were the Hollywood robbing group of kids.
That's a terrible name.
No, I know there's a real name for it. But basically, it's these bunch of kids who live in L.A., in Beverly Hills, and they go around robbing celebrities.
Okay.
Good for them.
And that's what this movie's based off. Well, actually, this movie is based off of the book, which is loosely based off of the true events.
Okay.
So, it stars...
It's all a work of fiction.
It stars Emma Watson and some other people. And the movie is exactly what as I have described it. They just go around robbing people until they get caught. And that's literally it. That's it.
So it's like them robbing, and then they successfully rob someone, and they have a party, and then they rob someone else, and then they get caught. And it's like, no, fun's over.
Like the movie has parts to it that you get intrigued, and you're like, I want to know more about these characters. I want to know more about their motives, especially the lead of their little posse.
Emma Watson?
No, Emma Watson's like third.
Yeah,
The lead is this. I think it's this Vietnamese girl, or at least in real life she was. And
She was.
Yeah, she is. I don't know.
She changed her.
And she has this fascination with like she loves the rush of committing thievery.
Mm.
And when she meets this dude, like the one of the friends, the first thing she asks him is, "Hey, do you want to play a game?" He's like, "Sure, we don't play." She's like, "How about we play Let's Check Cars?" And they literally walk down the street to see if any car doors are unlocked. Until they find ones that are open, and it just so happens everybody leaves their purse in their cars. Wow.
They just take them.
Yeah. Eventually it escalates into, oh, hey, do you know any friends on vacation? Yeah, Anthony's on vacation.
I'm not.
Do you know where he lives? Of course. You friends with this guy? Whatever. Let's rob him.
Oh my god.
And that's what they do. And the thing you have to know is these kids aren't poor or anything. They live in Beverly Hills, so they all each have money to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They just want more.
Never have enough.
And so then they eventually, rob celebrities till they rob Paris Hilton, they rob Miranda Kerr and Orlando Bloom, they rob Megan Fox, and then
Are they all in this movie?
they don't actually appear, but the real when they were robbed in real life, like the footage that like that TMZ took, those are all inserted into the film.
Oh, interesting.
But what they pin the story around how the lead character, she has this fascination with Lindsay Lohan,
Okay.
and she kind of just wants to be Lindsay Lohan.
Is it unhealthy?
Sorta. So like she steals like one of her famous dresses when they're in her house. She puts on her makeup and she stands in front of her mirror as if she were her.
Oh,
and
that's
like
creepy.
It's things like that. But the movie really goes nowhere, and there's almost no dialogue, and then you're kind of bored with it, and it's like, so these kids are gonna get caught now. What, they're gonna go to jail? Oh, they went to jail. Credits.
What?
Oh,
This movie sounds terrible.
it is pretty terrible.
The movie sounds awesome.
Emma Watson is kind of worth watching because she plays like this really, really stupid girl.
Really?
Yeah, like just a complete airhead.
No 10 points for Gryffindor?
And her American accent always breaks. Like it's like, hold up, that you said that wrong.
You said that like a British person.
Like, no. But yeah, I mean that's the Bling Ring.
This sounds like the worst.
Sounds really good.
Don't watch it if you're looking for an interesting plot. Don't watch it if you want interesting character development. Don't watch it if you want fantastic cinematography. Watch it if you have nothing else to do with your life.
No, play Candy Box.
Oh,
if you have
yeah.
The other thing I did is I watched Gundam Build Fighters.
Is that like the...
So you know that
the thing?
OVA we watched?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
3-episode OVA?
Yeah.
Think of that escalated into a full series.
And
Sounds cool.
It's
Is
fantastic.
it made by Level 5?
Sunrise. Damn. The story is there's this kid.
Okay.
All right.
Tell me
and
all.
he works at a Gundam store.
What?
A model shop.
What?
It was founded by his dad.
Come on. Just throwing me softballs here, man.
And so the twist is he didn't open up this shop in the big city. He didn't open this shop, where there's a good amount of people. He opened up his shop in the middle of a suburban neighborhood.
Rural.
Yeah.
Rural
So
Japan.
think about like this neighborhood that we're in now. Someone threw up a Gundam shop.
I'd be there all day.
I'd be there every day.
Yeah. And you could imagine there's only like a select few people at this store. What I'm not telling you is this kid is the master at Gunpla.
Oh
He
my
makes amazing
Oh my
kits.
God.
Do they shine when they're finished?
Yes.
They sparkle.
Yes. They talk about how he sanded off the sprues.
Oh, wow.
He painted, airbrushed, panel lined,
Crazy.
assembled with care and love. And he's amazing. Okay?
Okay.
So stupid.
There's this kid in the block. He's not so good at making Gundams, so he challenges him to a battle anyway. Says, all right. Gets smoked. This master builder gets smoked. Why? Because it's not about building. It's about battling. A good build definitely increases your performance stats, but at the end of the day, it's down to the pilot. And he's got no skills. What's worse, his father is the champion of Gunpla at the World Tournament. So Daddy Complex is there.
Ah,
Okay.
love it.
Okay?
Can't stop. Won't
Okay? So he's going around the city because he's like, "Fuck, I'm so bad," and like it shows their record. Like, yeah, out of the 8 matches I've been in, I've lost 8. And he meets this kid who's not from Japan. Oh, by the way, this place takes place in Japan.
Surprise.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. And this kid, he's very flamboyant. He's got red hair, kind of looks like Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
Cool.
Okay.
And he's like, "Hey kid, have this ball, this little marble. If you ever need help, make a wish on it, and I'll come help you out."
So he's crazy?
And then he disappears.
Oh my god, this fucking show.
So this our lead character goes back and gets re-challenged
Shit.
because at this point he's decided, I'm going to enter the championship and I'm going to build a custom Gundam based off of Strike Gundam from Gundam Seed. Okay.
Of course. Your
He
favorite, Blaven.
calls it Build Strike. Okay. And I think at the end of the 3 arc episode, it's called Build Strike Full Package.
Okay.
Seed.
So he's in this fight and he's about to lose again.
Dun, dun.
Oh god.
Then he wishes for help, and out of nowhere, Flamboyant Kid shows up and pilots for him.
What a cheater!
The twist is that this kid, being from outside of Japan, knows nothing about Gundam. And he has no idea how to pilot. And he still wins.
What?
Makes no sense. And that's as far as I've gotten in Gundam Build Fighters.
I don't know if I should, like,
Man, I'm like super intrigued.
start downloading this
actually-
show right now,
Yeah, like right this
or,
fucking video. I just wanna watch
or
it.
if I should just ignore it altogether.
The show just looks awesome.
I think this show is incredible.
It's like Trope Central.
So, like, tonally, it is on the level of, like, a Pokemon, and that is very light, very non-serious.
Okay.
But parts of it are just like, yeah, I like this. Like, it gives you a reason to see all your favorite... Like, if you're a Gundam fan, it gives you a reason to see all your favorite mobile suits throughout the years.
Fighting each other for no reason.
For no reason. In high definition, new animation. Right? And I got to thinking, like, well, what's the point of a Gundam show nowadays? It's like, oh yeah, to sell model kits. But then I thought, man, Build Fighters is fucking genius. Because the core theme of Build Fighters is not making new model kits, just
making,
customizing
like,
old ones. So Bandai, I've seen their kits. It's like, we didn't have to make anything new. We're just re-releasing old ones in new color schemes with different parts from other ones.
Oh, wow.
And people are just gobbling it up.
Yes. Yes.
Somebody at Bandai pitched this idea and said, and they gave him a raise.
Yeah, like, this is genius. Like, there's some of them, like, because some of them are themed. Like, Char Zaku, they call Zaku Amazing. He's basically a red Zaku with guns everywhere, because he's amazing. Wing Gundam, he loses, like, he has 2 wings on his back, like regular wing?
Yeah.
So he puts them both to one side,
Okay.
and he also has, like, a little mantle.
Okay.
And instead of a large buster rifle, he has, what's it called? What's the middle? He has a saber. So he's a fencer.
Okay.
So he's like Wing Gundam Fence.
Oh my god.
But my favorite one is what they did with Red Frame Astray.
Okay.
And I don't like Astray. They call them Sengoku Astray.
Okay.
And they've basically given him like samurai armor,
Okay.
but the armor converts into a second pair of arms.
Okay.
So he has 4 arms with 4 giant katanas. And it's like...
This is all episode 1?
Pretty much, yeah. Like it's, and you see it all in the opening. Like I think like the big bad is Wing Zero, all red and black.
Wow.
So
The show sounds cool.
it's pretty cool. Like again, it is for a child.
But
Like, and I even think they have like you know how like in Metabot said the referee that came out every episode.
No way.
I think they have a character like that in here. I think they do. I'm not entirely sure yet because they kind of just called him out of nowhere.
He disappeared.
Yeah, and I'm like, huh. Oh, by the way, the dad that's world champion, we don't know where he is right now.
Of course.
Oh, of course.
Okay, so he just runs the store with his mom, and his mom's like, "This Gundam gives off the same aura as the ones your father."
Ah. Yes.
I know one day your father
Feed
will be
me.
back.
Feed me.
So yeah, Gundam Build Fighters, I like it.
Feed me more tropes.
I can't wait to watch more of this. And that's been my week.
Jeez.
Anthony,
I don't even know.
tell me what you've been doing apart from not watching Gundam Build Fighters.
Apparently, I've fucking wasted my life not watching Gundam Build Fighters. But I've been playing more video games. I mentioned it last week that I bought Yakuza Dead Souls.
Yes.
And I finished it. It's not good. It's not a good game.
I could have told you that.
Yeah, I could have told me that too. But I thought I'd be like, fuck it. I'm so blindly in love with the Yakuza series that I'll find some love in it. No, not even that.
That sucks.
Yeah, so this the game takes place in it's like a what if scenario. It's after the events of 4. It's what if zombies happen.
What if there's a zombie apocalypse?
Yeah, what if there's a zombie apocalypse? Hey, and you play as 4 different characters.
Again?
Yeah, it's not the same 4.
Oh, okay.
But two of them are, or no, 3 of them are the same.
Yes.
Wait, no, 2 of them are the same.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 of them are the same. You play as the Lone Collector. You play as Kiryu, obviously. You play as the antagonist from Yakuza 2.
Oh.
Yeah, which is weird. That was kind of a throwback. And then you play as one of Kiryu's
Orphans.
Yakuza.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Yeah, orphan. Oh, man, I wish. That'd be sick. Plays a kid. No, you play as one of his Yakuza... What is it, like the chairmans? I forget his name.
Oh, okay.
He's like the crazy guy with the tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if
Okay.
you guys know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
All right, cool. But yeah, you play as him. And unlike in Yakuza 4, where it felt that every single person's arc or time with that person made progress in the story and like actually mattered, nothing matters until you hit fucking what's his face, the main dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Kiryu.
Yeah.
Until you hit Kiryu, nothing matters. It's just a fact of it's a zombie apocalypse. Here, play with this character, and then survive a bit.
So I want to. Does this place take place in Tokyo?
It's like a fake Tokyo. It's like a fake.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the appeal of the Yakuza games is that there's things to do in that city,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Are there things to do here?
So there are still things to do
in a zombie apocalypse.
In a zombie apocalypse, it just shows the Japanese like spirit, and like even though the world is ending, they'll still keep their business open to keep their patrons happy, which is pretty much the motto of every store that you liberate. So
liberate.
Yeah. So there's a quarantine zone, and then there's the regular zone.
Okay.
So the regular zone is the zombie apocalypse hasn't happened yet, and it's in that area at least. The zombies haven't broken through, and everything's all hunky dory. People are living their lives like totally normal. It's weird, like they're going to pachinko parlors and shit, and nobody's freaked out. And then in the quarantine zone, it's all zombies. But stores in the quarantine zone can be liberated. So you go up to the stores, they're closed, and then you're like, I'll clear all the zombies for you, no problem. Clear them all out, and then the store's open for you in the quarantine zone.
Oh.
So you can still go to it. It's not like once it's in the quarantine zone, then it's gone forever.
Okay.
So like I would, and they make a lot of like really obvious, like it's like someone watched a lot of really old zombie movies and thought those tropes and jokes were still really funny, and then they just kind of applied a little Japanese makeup on it. Like, there's a side quest where you go to the hostess clubs.
Yes.
But then they try to pass off zombies as hostess.
Wow.
Yeah, and like stuff like that. And it's like, oh, I totally didn't see that coming, which I did. And like, I don't know, playing just it's a lot of something. It's like, here's a regular day activity. Wouldn't it be wacky if there were zombies? And that's pretty much all the jokes in the game. You can still do all the like the crazy stuff. Like you play mahjong and you play shogi. You can do all you can play all the you can do all the weird Japanese shit that you're allowed to do in Yakuza games and stuff like that. But other than that, like the story is terrible. the fighting, the combat. So one of my favorite things about Yakuza series is the combat.
I was gonna ask, what's the combat like against zombies?
There is no combat. It's just guns.
Oh.
It's just there's no fist to fist fighting.
I think that would be lethal against a zombie.
Yeah. So like, oh man, I don't know. You haven't seen Kiryu just pull a heat action on a dude. But so like they still keep all the things in. Like they have heat actions, which is like your special meter, and you do like special finisher attacks and stuff. But they're all with guns, and they're all really boring. It's like all the special enemies, which are pretty much just ripped from Left 4 Dead. Like there's a tank, there's a licker, there's a flying dude who spits at you. Like it's fucking stupid. There's like, and
sounds great.
Yeah, there's they all have like this big glowing Las Plagas weak spot Resident Evil style on their chests or somewhere. And all the heat actions involve you really cinematically shooting that spot. Or like, it's like, oh, there's for some reason also in the zombie apocalypse, gas canisters everywhere.
So they all explode?
They all explode. But they're not red, so at least that's something. But other than that, like
sure.
The shooting is pretty much auto lock on. You can go into like a first person aiming mode.
Why would
but
you?
Why? You'll eventually, like, they have a variety of weapons, like they have an assault rifle, shotgun, but, like, once you get the shotgun, you don't really need to use anything else.
This ain't Call of Duty.
Yeah. And, yeah, it's just a bad game. It just felt rushed. And it's, like, it makes me even more bitter, because we didn't get Yakuza 5 over here. And, like, I remember them saying, like, oh, well, Yakuza 4, like, sold okay, but then Yakuza Dead Souls sold like garbage. I'm like, this game is fucking trash. That's why it sold like garbage. You didn't bring out a mainline Yakuza game. And you didn't even bring up the good off-story one, which is Kenzan.
The Western.
Yeah, which is the samurai Western style.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
The fuck you doing, Sega? But, yeah, it's just all the disappointments. Final boss is Wesker. Straight up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
It's a cool crossover.
It's not actually Wesker, but he has all the powers of Wesker.
Oh.
Yeah.
This game sounds awesome.
It's stupid. It's fucking bad. Don't play it. Don't buy it.
Like, if you describe this to me, it'd be like, oh, Anthony would love this game.
You know what? That's why he bought it. That's why I bought it. I was like, $5, can't go wrong. I went wrong. But yeah, even as a hardcore Yakuza fan, like, it's really hard to justify purchasing this game.
Damn.
So
that's rough.
Super bad.
Damn.
And then I've been playing a good game, air quotes, the Stanley Parable.
Oh yes, you were talking about this.
Which is on Steam. It's like an indie game on Steam, and it's more of an interactive choose your own adventure. So the story goes, you're a man named Stanley. It's all told. This is important too. It's all told to you through a British narrator. And so the narrator tells you the story of, you're a man named Stanley. Your job is to sit at a desk for hours on end, clicking keyboard buttons that the computer screen tells you to click.
Yep.
And that is your job. But one day, Stanley shows up to work, and there are no commands come on the computer. He doesn't know what to do. And Stanley bravely steps out of his office.
Cool.
And then that's as far as the scripted events go. From there on, you choose your own adventure. And it's really interesting because it plays on a lot of video game storytelling tropes and just really good, unique storytelling. And it all branches off from one area. It's like you walk down this hallway and the narrator's telling you, oh, I wonder where they all went. What happened? And you get to 2 doors. And the narrator says, Stanley goes through the right door. But you don't have to go through the right door. You can go through the left door.
So you went through the left door.
So yeah, you go through the left door. And then from that moment, it's just branch upon branch in each thing. You can go through the left door, but then it can redirect you back to the right path, like the right door path and stuff like that. Or you can choose to ignore it again. You can it presents you with all these options, and each option actually has a unique story and a unique ending.
Yeah,
which is really cool. And
is it done on the Half-Life engine?
The mod was done on the Half-Life engine.
Is it? No, I'm watching the game right now.
The actual release game?
Yeah.
I think it's done on the Source engine.
Oh, cool.
But I remember the originally the mod was done on like the Half-Life 2 engine.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah. And so this game is like $10. and I really enjoy it. It's just all about the storytelling and the way they deliver it with the narrator. The way how the narrator sometimes seems to be just peeved at himself or at the character. How sometimes they realize it's a game and that the player, which sometimes he just talks directly to you.
It breaks the fourth wall.
Breaks the fourth wall.
Oh, I don't know if I like that.
Those are only in some endings though. That's the thing. Like you don't know what you're gonna get whenever you take a new path.
Oh.
It's always super varied.
Oh, so you beat this multiple times already?
Yeah, I've got.
How long is a playthrough?
So a playthrough is like, I want to say like 20 minutes, like
what?
10 to 20 minutes depending on the ending.
Cool.
And then there's like tons of endings, so it's really cool. Like I haven't seen all the endings yet. I've seen like 4 or 5.
I guess I'm not too. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen like 4 or 5, and it's really awesome. Like some endings are just, I jumped off a cliff and killed myself, and that's an ending, and that's one of the endings. And then the narrator makes a witty comment about how you're an idiot and jumped off a ledge.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and then there's other ones that are just like these long branching paths, and you're learning about this dark company and stuff. And the other ones are just the frustrated with trying to get you back on track, and then him losing control of stuff. Like it's a really interesting game. I if you have a PC that can run it, I don't know if it runs on Mac, but like I highly recommend it. It's super cool. It's a really interesting way to tell story through video games.
Huh.
Like I have it on my PC. I can show you guys later.
Is it very graphic intensive? Like
no, not at all. There's not a lot of special effects. Everything's just office building mostly.
Oh
yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, it's really fun and
cray.
Yeah, and just the fact that there are so many stories within this one game, and there are so many different types of stories.
Yeah,
like sometimes it goes comedy, sometimes it goes serious, sometimes it goes really like predictable, sometimes it goes fourth wall, and you don't know what you're gonna get until you actually try out these paths. And like some paths are less obvious than others, so it's really cool to discuss with people. It's like, oh, what ending did you get? Oh, I went that path, but I didn't go this way, and it's really awesome. It's really cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I really enjoy it, and that's been my week for new things.
Cool.
So yeah.
Before I go to you, Blaven, I just want to say my life has got a new addiction.
Let's go.
I finally got into the Hearthstone beta.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just got the key code right now in my email.
Jeez.
So,
just right. You haven't even played it yet, but you're already addicted.
Yeah. So, just letting you guys know, I'm out.
Never coming back here again.
Yeah. Anyways, Blaven, how's your week been?
So I've been playing an indie game as well.
Oh, nice. Is it League of Legends?
No. Oh boy.
Is it that indie game?
So indie.
I'm playing this game called Lone Survivor on the PS3.
I
don't know if you've heard of it. It's an 8-bit survival horror game. It is done by, I think, just one guy. And basically it tells the story of a nameless protagonist who wakes up and he's in his apartment building and he tells you that there's been an outbreak and there's, I guess, monsters, and he's just been surviving for how many long.
Yeah.
And now he finally decides to do something drastic about it because he thinks that he can't last any longer, so he wants to not die alone.
Right.
So the game is 8-bit, and it is a la Mario type. It's 2D, so it's straight left and right, and up and down goes through doors and whatnot. And yeah, you traverse the whole, basically, apartment building, and there's monsters around, and you either have to hide from them or distract them. Your character gets hungry. What me and TJ found out is that when you're hurt and you heal and you sleep in your room, you still don't get healed, so you're still dying. Stuff like that. And finally, I realized that I found a game that it's truly like a survival horror that I've wanted for a little while, because Resident Evil isn't survival horror anymore. Resident Evil's Rambo.
Yeah.
So playing this game, it is an 8-bit. I don't know if it's scary or not, because I watched TJ play it. Because when I want to play it the way that it recommends at the beginning, where it says that you should play with no lights and headphones on. So I want to try that.
You didn't do that?
No, I didn't do that. I just watched TJ play it because I wanted to introduce you to the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. There's apparently a multitude of endings, and they're really cool sequences where you see stuff that you'd see in perhaps Silent Hill, skin on the walls, you have to cut it open, and people partying, and then 1 second you turn around and they're all zombies again and stuff.
Right.
It's pretty crazy. The 8-bitness, I don't know if that makes me scared, because, I mean, things are very detailed.
Yeah.
But it's a survival horror aspect where you have very limited supplies, which is what I like. Because you have limited ammo, you have limited food, and you don't know what it does to you. The game doesn't tell you what, you know, if your character says, oh, I'm feeling hungry, oh, I need some food, and then he keeps talking like this, but you don't really know what's going on. I don't know if it affects, you know, his sanity or whatever, but...
How much is this?
It was $13 on PS3. It's the HD. It has director's cut. It has more content, and you can put it on your Vita.
Yeah.
And the regular version, I think, is $10 on Steam, but they're releasing the director's cut this month. I think PS3 got it early because they signed an exclusive thing with PlayStation to have it 2 months earlier.
Right.
So that's where I got it on for now. This way, my little brother can play it on his Vita as well. So that's why I got this one. But yeah, no, I definitely recommend it. It looks really cool, and if you're a fan of survival horror, I think you'll get a good fix from this.
Where'd you hear about this?
I was watching Twitch.tv, and there's a thing on the front page. A man was doing a Halloween marathon, and this is one of the games he was playing.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, this sounds way too into like.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's not something that I would search out.
Like, yeah, I was thinking like, this can't be in your common.
No, it's not.
Circle of interests.
But hey, it intrigued me enough for me to buy it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, defs, go for it. Yeah, and that's been my week. The rest has been leaks, so whatever.
So whatever. Just that little game.
Just that little game. Just that little... That little nugget.
Just prepping for season 4?
Oh, how do you know?
I know about League of Legends.
How do you know? Season 4 is coming up.
Of course. The championships just ended. What else would be coming after that?
So guys, just listen. If you want to support our esports team...
this shit again.
You know, we'll get on the Kickstarter.
You can't, because we don't have an esports team.
We do. It's called Type V5, because there's 5 of us.
Who's the 5th?
I don't know, Blaze. You're a manager.
Who's the 4th?
Me, you, TJ's brother, Blaze.
Oh.
My brother. And then Vince is our manager.
You're a PR guy?
Yeah, he's our PR guy.
Yeah.
He's in charge of our YouTube channel.
You know what the cut is, right? It's like 90, then 10 split between you.
Oh, God. Did we each get 2%? Ooh.
I want to be the manager.
Oh.
You can play.
Oh.
I'll be the manager.
I don't want to play, man.
Coach.
No.
Coach.
But that's it, right? There's nothing else you guys wanted to mention?
That is it.
Cool.
Oh, hey, Vince.
Yo.
Ask me how my lamp was.
How your what?
How my lamp was.
Your lamp?
Lamp.
Lamb?
L-A-M-P?
L-A-M-B.
B.
Lamb?
Yeah.
How was your lamb?
Skewered.
Oh,
One
God.
sympathizes. High five.
Okay.
It's only from a favorite movie of all time.
I love that movie.
No! No!
What movie?
You'll figure it out.
One day you'll...
Senna?
No,
Senna.
no. If an audience member can figure it out, why don't you write into us and tell us at tniab.letters@gmail.com, or comment on the Facebook post or the site, or just tweet us and tell us.
What could it be?
It's a very specific scene, too. I really like that scene.
Yeah, me too.
It's one of my favorite scenes.
Me too.
Anthony's just baffled.
Yeah,
I got it.
Just...
How do I know?
All right.
Yeah, that was a good scene.
Thanks for
Scarface.
listening. Nope.
Nope, not even.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
Bye.